Hey guys, Joe here at ECRM's Food Service Week in Braselton, Georgia, and I'm with Dan from Pacific Coast Producers. Dan, thanks for joining us.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
So which sessions are you here for? You're here for a campus food service, commercial food service?
Campus food service.
Okay, specifically for campus food service. Great. Can you tell us a little bit about your company?
Oh, absolutely. We're agricultural cooperative of over 260 growers, and we're all West Coast based. So we're in California down in that Napa Valley, up in Oregon in the Willamette Valley, and in Washington in the Yakima Valley. All of our growers are owners of the company.
Okay.
They're all independent farm families, some of them in business for as much as 5 generations.
Wow.
And our co-op is 80 years plus. And
Oh.
so we've been around a long time.
Yes, yes.
Everything we do is private label, so we're actually under somebody else's label. You wouldn't know it's us, but we're the people that are behind the product.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and from the time that we actually harvest our so it's tomatoes, pears, apples, apricots, cherries, anything fruit you can grow on the West Coast because of that beautiful Mediterranean climate. And then the effect of the Cascade Range and the volcanic attributes that are in the soil. So we're
Makes for a good growing environment.
unbelievable,
Yeah. Okay.
unbelievable, yes. And so we can have our produce actually in the can within 5 hours of harvest, which really is sealing in that freshness. So it's sun ripened, fresh packed, and then we ship it out through basically all the distributors, food service distributors, and retail.
So
in
you
the
do both
nation.
food service and retail?
We do food service, retail, and we're also in ingredients. We provide all the cherries that are used in ice creams out there. So we
Really?
some pretty big names that
Yeah.
that are in your refrigerator right now.
I'll bet they are,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
All right, so here, which products do you have here? Are they just a sample of?
It is a sample of
Okay.
everything, starting with our canned fruit, which is extremely popular in a variety of different markets. For instance, public schools, because it's grown in America, it's packed in their fresh juices.
Okay.
And then into our cherries. And once we get past the fresh market, it's all processed cherries. So they're maraschinos, but not just a conventional maraschino. There's natural ingredient, preservative-free maraschinos. And then from there, you move right into this extremely broad line of tomatoes. So everything from your basic whole peel tomato to value added to have sauces and pizza sauces and purees and marinara sauce and so forth.
Wow, so, and so you mentioned you do retail, and here you're focusing on the campus food.
On the campus,
food
which really comes under our food service segment.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And so now you have, so as far as markets that you serve, you kind of touch all different consumers.
We touch them
the
all.
gamut from kids to adults to lots of different channels.
Absolutely.
Great. So what's your experience with ECRM? Because that's such a broad coverage. Do you come to a lot of different sessions, different types?
This is my 4th ECRM session. I've been to retail, I've been to different types of food service, and this is my first time in campus. And actually, every time I come for a different purpose. For our company, it's less of a selling show and more of a marketing venture. You know, we're really here, we're already serving the operators that are coming through, because we're in all the major distributors out there. And if we're not in a major distributor, with a redistributor that's supplying the smaller players. So they don't realize that we're the grower behind it. It's kind of nice to show them the full cycle so they understand our diligence to food safety, the fact that we're vertically integrated. What does that really mean? But in addition, it gives me a chance to come in and really do some market research that goes back and supports how we develop products to how we sell products.
Do you you try to focus on different channels when you come?
Absolutely.
So you have here your
Every
campus,
time.
you do grocery.
In the past, I've done cruise lines.
Okay.
And so again, then that's a major market for us. But to understand it better, honestly, we want to be in a position where we could go out and run the business of the people we're selling to.
Gotcha.
So that means you got to do some real investment. You got to get out there and spend time with people. And it's one thing to be able to go and visit their location, which you can't beat that.
Yep.
Sitting across the desk and being able to take tours. But this is a unique opportunity because everybody's coming together in one environment, and it's the one time I have all my products on display.
Okay.
And we can go into depth into anything they want.
Gotcha. And what about, I'm guessing you also leverage the networking functions that we have as well?
We do, I do, yes. And The 10-minute, I'm in the 10-minute cycles, which honestly is a lot longer than you think.
It is.
It's amazing what you accomplish in that amount of time. But in addition, I appreciate the way the meals are structured, and especially the reception. Some of the special events they've got, where you're able to sit down and have dinner with people, and actually have a conversation that goes just beyond businesses.
Yeah.
So that's a tremendous part of it.
That's a big thing. I'm a big fan of that. Is I say all the time, it's important to get to know your customers beyond what they can do for you.
Absolutely.
You know, because that's how the relationships are built. So, and I'm glad to hear that you're using it for research as well, because that's something that sometimes can be overlooked, is the opportunity. You know, it's like one big focus group. You have all of these buyers here, and you can pick their brains and take that feedback home and incorporate it into your business.
You know, we get so busy selling. There's such high demands.
Yeah.
And my job is to keep the growers in business to the next generation. So that's a heavy load. But we get so busy selling, we forget to listen.
Yeah.
This forces you to listen and actually take some notes to understand the building blocks of how people are using your products.
Great. Well, thank you for joining us, and I look forward to seeing you at future sessions.
Thank you, Joe.
All right.